Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're catching up with the VGTS, the Vision Gran Turismo Series, round 4 here at Monza. Let me tell you what the VGTS is before we carry on, while you look at the lovely scene of the beginning of the Monza Straight. So, the VGT is a VRC one-make series using a different Vision Gran Turismo car every season. Each season will be one-make series. Drivers will compete in 2 races per round to score points awarded for finishing positions across 5 weeks. Season 1, we are using the VW Golf Supersport VGT. The race day format is they'll do 10 minutes of qualifying and then go on to do a race 1, which will be a sprint race, 30 miles. And the grid is set by qualifying, and then they go on to race 2, which is the feature race, which is 75 miles, and the grid is set by the results of race 1. Now, with qualifying, they can use the super softs or the soft tyres, but whatever they use in qualifying, they have to race on in a race 1. And in the sprint race, whichever tyre they used in the sprint race is not to be used in the feature race. And then the feature race, the racing super soft or medium are open to use, and the racing medium is a mandatory compound and must be used at some point in the race. So I think that's pretty much everything on that. Let me give you an update on the table after round 3. I'm pretty sure I've got it somewhere here. Give me 2 ticks. So, the table stands after round 3 we saw at Dragon's Trail is at the top of the table, a Racer Brown in first with 91 points. Guesty is in second on 82 points. Homesick Alien third on 74 points. Skyjacker is fourth on 73 points. Dear Gore is fifth, also on 73 points. iBunting is sixth on 63 points. Seventh is Bunny on 50 points. 8th for Rivixter on 41 points. 9th for Alphanut on 39 points. Talleyrand is 10th with 29 points. Rido is 11th with 29 points. Catula is 12th with 25 points. I.R. Graham is 13th with 24 points. And Mika G is 14th with 10 points. And it says Jokus is 15th with no points, but I think he scored 9 points at the last round. So, Jokus on 9 points. Excuse me. Okay, so that's the table. That's all you need. Let's have a look at the grid after qualifying. Skyjacker is saying ka-chow in the chat. So, let's turn that camera around, bad boy. And let's have a look how they line up after 10 minutes of qualifying here at Monza for round 4 of the VGTS. So on pole, we saw him come into his own last round. It's Guesty on the super soft tyres. Second place, Skyjacker, also on the super soft tyres. iBunting is third on the grid, also on super soft tyres, followed by fourth Bunny on the super soft tyres also. Talleyrand is fifth on the super soft tyres, with Homesick Alien in 6th on the super soft tyres. In 7th, we have Catula on the soft tyres, with Rivixter in 8th on the super soft tyres. 9th, we have Jokus on the soft tyres, and Alphanut is in 10th on the super soft tyres. So we can see Catula and Jokus going a little tactical here, using their saving their super softs for the feature race. Now we're watching. Oh god, look at that controller go mental. So we're looking at Guesty. Let us get underway. It's an awful shot. Is there another one? Oh yeah, there you go. So we're watching the grid. Oh, look, the controller's gone funny. We're watching the grid now. 9 laps of Monza in these Golfs. And who will reign supreme? It looks like Guesty got a good start. And so did iBunting. A Skyjacker there also. Tucking in. iBunting. Talleyrand had an amazing start up into 5th place. Ahead of Bunny. Bunny though. Bunny and Talleyrand. Oh, it looks like Bunny a little bit late on the brakes. But they seem to have survived. iBunting's a little bit on the outside there. And iBunting's been left behind. So leading this race, it's not a very good camera. Here we go. Guesty getting away in the lead. Skyjacker in 2nd. Bunny there in 3rd spot. Talleyrand jumping up into 4th. Homesick Alien in 5th. With Rivixter in 6th. Joker's in 7th just about. It looks like he's going to make a move on Rivixter. He's up the inside, is Joker's. And it looks like he's taken 6th place. So Joker's up into 6th place with Catula in 7th. Rivixter now dropping into 8th. Oh, Rivixter's dropped down to the last place there as they've all come swooping through as they go through that chicane. So Catula in 7th. Alphanut in 8th. iBunting in 9th. We saw he's on the outside of that first corner in that first chicane. He's put him down the pack. Right, Guesty leading from Skyjacker. And Bunny there in 3rd spot, all quite close together, trying to keep the tow as Guesty just tries to get away. Talleyrand in 4th. He's got Homesick Alien for close company on board with the Alien in 5th, as we can see at the back end of Talleyrand sitting in 4th as they come around the Parabolica and head on to the start straight to complete their first lap here at Monza for round 4 of the Vgts. Oh, Skyjack. Oh, you can see Homesick looked like he just backed off the toe right at the end of the straight. Guesty still leading from Skyjacker. Looks like Bunny's a little bit closer to Skyjacker now though. It's hotting up for 2nd place. Talleyrand under pressure with his fall from Homesick Alien. There is Catula in 6th, doing really well on those soft tyres. The only way is up for him as the super soft tyres should go away. There's Rivixter in 7th spot ahead of Alphanut. Jokers is down to 9th. Oh, and we've lost someone. iBunting, is it? Oh dear, iBunting. So Guesty are leading them away here on their 2nd lap of Monza. It's looking like these cars are just a little too beefy to try and do anything about the guys ahead. All trying to catch a tow, waiting for a mistake to happen possibly. Catula's waiting for their tyres to go off. Rivixter looks like he's got Alphanut weighing up the situation, looking like his move is on for the Hornet Golf against the BP Golf, and they're both wide off the line, and you see Alphanut's back end sticking out there. Guesty's still leading. It looks like he's going sideways through the Parabolica though. Is he okay? Is he keeping momentum? He's holding that lead from Skyjacker in 2nd place with Bunny in 3rd as they complete their 2nd lap. And Bunny's looking like he's getting a good tow from Skyjacker right now. Is it enough though to get a move up into the chicane? No. Heavy on the brakes, kill all that speed. Looks like Skyjacker now getting closer and closer to Guesty. Guesty's car wobbling around. It might be down to tyre wear this. We saw Guesty in the last round using his tyres up a little bit more than the guys around him, but it didn't seem to bother him. Skyjacker applying some maximum pressure now coming into the 2nd chicane. Ooh, and Bunny's having a bit of lag flying around in the background. There is Talleyrand. He's pulled away from the Alien now, who's in 5th place, and the Alien, he's got some nice space behind to Catula. Catula on those soft tyres. Remember, by the end of this race he might come good. He's doing 146.7. Rivixter's just kicking up the dirt there in the background just ahead of Alphanut. Rivixter clinging on for everything he can in that Golf, and Alphanut giving it full beans behind. Jokers are dropping off the pack somewhat. but he only joined last round, so still getting acclimatised to the Golf. As Guesty leads from Skyjacker. Bunny in third place. It's very close for the top three. It's hard to call. Talleyrand a little bit in no man's land. Space between him and the top three, and Homesick Alien behind. Homesick Alien did a 46.4 his last time around. Catula at 46.7. The tyres are still looking okay. Not many corners here at Monza, so maybe the Super Softs will last quite well. Catula at 47.1 his last time around, with Homesick Alien posting at 47.6. So are those tyres starting to degrade? Oh my word, there's action up ahead. Guesty defending from Skyjacker in the chicane. Looked like Skyjacker had a run on it. I'll tell you what, we'll have a quick wee look. We shouldn't. But here they come. Skyjacker having a look around the outside. Guesty having to be defensive. Going tight into the chicane, and there is a Skyjacker trying to get his way up. But Guesty keeping a cool head and remaining in the lead of this race. Skyjacker giving it all he's got though behind, with Bunny in third spot. Bunny probably relaxing a bit, hoping these two have a little tussle. But as of yet, it's all going well. Oh no, Skyjacker's off. Skyjacker's gone wide. Guesty's there. Guesty, Bunny's having a look though. Bunny up the inside, and Bunny is through. Bunny up into the lead, with Guesty now in second spot. Skyjacker's got a rear view mirror of Talleyrand, but now Skyjacker's trying to come back at Bunny. Bunny and Guesty is back in the lead. My words, I didn't quite see what happened with Guesty and Bunny. Just looks like Guesty got nipped it up the inside nice and quick. Well done, Guesty. Didn't hang around there. And Guesty's back into the lead. Bunny in second. Skyjacker is dropping to fourth, with Talleyrand moving up into third place. And it looks like Bunny's trying to have another look at Guesty. And Guesty being all defensive on the inside of that corner, and Bunny's pulled through, and he's done it. Cracking stuff from Bunny, but he's out wide now. He's out wide, and Guesty's back into the lead again. And Bunny's dropped down behind Skyjacker. Skyjacker, I can't keep up with the action. Skyjacker in second, Bunny now in third. Talleyrand right behind Bunny in fourth. Homesick Alien in fifth, all on his own, but he can see this action ahead of him, and he's catching it up. Catula in sixth, with Rivix seventh, still ahead of Alphanut in eighth, and Joker's in ninth. And the lead is still not decided. We're on lap 4 of 9, with Guesty leading from Skyjacker. Bunny now having to be defensive from Talleyrand. Talleyrand really got that toe, sitting right on the rear bumper of that Golf. Is he going to late break it? No, thinks better of it, ducks out and waits for another opportunity. But Guesty there leading the way. Let's have a look from Skyjacker's point of view as we're chasing down the Green Goblin. Guesty's Green Goblin, and with no race around this round, this could be, if Guesty gets a couple of good results, will do very well for him in the table, put him up even or ahead of Racer Brown, even though they do drop a round at the end of the season, their lowest scored round. The tyres are still looking okay. The tips are looking a bit red, and Talleyrand going out a bit wide there, losing a bit of ground to Bunny. It's looking a bit raggedy out there. Maybe the tyres are worse feeling than what they're looking. Homesick Alien definitely catching up that little crowd. And Catula maintaining. He's a 48.7 though that last time around. I thought he was going to gain on the super soft guys, but it seems not. 47.1 for Rivixter that last time around. We know Rivixter can look after a set of tyres, with Alphanut there in 8th. He's did a 47.9 his last time around. And up there ahead, Guesty ahead of Skyjacker. They spaced themselves out again, waiting for another attack near the end. Talleyrand, he's looking for a podium position here from Bunny. And Guesty reigning supreme after his win last round. And now he seems to be a trend in the VRC. As soon as they win, they can't stop winning. We saw Shadow Rider in the GTMC get his first win, and then about 6 others afterwards. And Guesty coming to life in the Vgts, doing an awesome job pulling away from Skyjacker at the moment. Bunny still got his hands full with Talleyrand all up in Bunny's business. Homesick Alien, it looks like he's closing in. 146.5 last time around for Homesick Alien. Talleyrand a 46.9. In the chat, Racer Brown says hello everyone, and Thingamajig, how are we this evening? Not bad. And I Bunting saying I hated this track. Skyjacker says wish I could find that trend. Lols. Oh, the winning trend, yeah. As soon as you win one, that's it, you just keep on winning. Well, Bunny took it over after Shadow Rider. I've got to do GTMC, I promise. It's on the list. But the VGTs jumped the list because it's live tonight. Yeah, you lot should be practicing, not watching. So Guesty then, absolutely flying high in the Green Goblin, leaving a Skyjacker Sharpie behind. Bunny staying ahead of Talleyrand. We're on lap 6 now, only 3 more laps to go. Talleyrand has got the fastest lap of the race, and it looks like these super soft tyres are doing remarkably well and are probably going to stay on the money. Catula staying in 6th with Rivixter in 7th, and Alphanot's dropped a little bit back from Rivixter. And Jokers, Jokers looks like he's closing back in on the pack. He did a 46.7 last time around on those racing softs. Oh, Skyjacker's still at work, sorry dude. So Guesty then leading the way, 46.630. Oh yeah, last time for Guesty, Skyjacker doing a 46.8. Bunny managing a 46.8, and Talleyrand a 46.7. Looks like Talleyrand is the one that's looking poised to make a move soon. Looks like he's lining up Bunny. And Skyjacker kicking up a bit of dirt there, playing risk with the curbs. He's dropped away from Guesty. Now with Bunny catching him up, but he's got his hands full with Talleyrand all the time. Homesick Alien trying to close in on those guys in 5th place. Catula on those soft tyres doing a 46.6 last time around, so he's definitely faster. Just about. Talleyrand did a 46.7. But yes, Catula faster than most people. I think 46.6 is the same from Guesty on those super softs. Bunny in 3rd, Talleyrand 4th, Homesick Alien in 5th place. Catula catching Homesick Alien. Has he got enough time to do it? And Rivixter in 7th. Wow, lap 4 and 5, he got them dead on, exactly the same. 47.1.24. Cracking stuff. Great consistency there from Rivixter. Alphanot in 8th, and it does look like Joker's slowly edging towards Alphanot in these closing laps. Those soft tyres lasting a little better than Guesty in. I just cut to Guesty and he was on the curbs, stressing me out, Guesty, but he's alright, he's still leading from Skyjacker. And now Talleyrand really applying the pressure to Bunny. Bunny, there's not much he can do from this angle. He's just got to hope. Oh, Bunny's made a small mistake into the chicane. And Skyjacker is still in 2nd. Bunny's had to drop behind Talleyrand now. Talleyrand's starting to have a bite at Skyjacker. Skyjacker has found he's going to have to start defending. And Talleyrand with the opportunity to take 2nd place there. Background, you can see Homesick Alien hanging his Volkswagen Golf right out onto the dust, and he's being chased down by Catula. Catula doing a 46.8 last time around. Homesick Alien doing a 47.0, and still this battle for 2nd place continues. Absolutely amazing, with a Skyjacker in 2nd spot. But behind him there you can see Talleyrand in the tow, closing in. He's pulled out, and is Bunny going to be able to get past with the tow? This is side by side around the parabolic, around the outside. Talleyrand trying to make a move, but it's just not on there, and Skyjacker defends it off. Now Talleyrand having to get defensive with Bunny. So this is the predicament that Talleyrand's in if he attacks, and this is the last lap. No. Now we started, yeah, Guesty started the last lap. Now these have started the last lap, and Talleyrand is 3 wide going into the first chicane, and it looks like Talleyrand's got it, but Skyjacker also. But Talleyrand's got the inside line as they come out. Skyjacker looks wide, and it looks like Bunny might have nipped up the inside of Skyjacker also. Skyjacker from 2nd to 4th in one chicane, but he's coming back at Bunny. It's not over. It's all the way up the inside of Bunny. But Bunny's now got the inside line in the chicane here, and Bunny's gone really long. He's gone very long in that corner. So Skyjacker back up into a 3rd place with Talleyrand in 2nd. Guesty are leading the way, bringing it home. And Talleyrand in 2nd spot with Skyjacker in 3rd. Homesick Alien benefits from Bunny. Getting up into 4th, Catula did close in on the Alien in the end, but oh no, we're not nowhere near the line yet. So hang on. So Catula has closed up on a Homesick Alien on this last lap with those soft tyres. He's on the move. Can the Alien? Has he got the grip to defend? It's looking like a struggle for him. So Guesty still leading from Talleyrand. Skyjacker in 3rd. Homesick Alien we're watching at the moment in 4th, but his tyres are short, and Catula is all up into taking that 4th position from him. They're side by sides. It's going to be close. There's Catula trying to do it around the outside. He's got the grip, but we can see there Guesty takes the win, his 2nd win. Great stuff, Guesty. Talleyrand in 2nd. Skyjacker gets 3rd. Take a boo, my son. Catula grabs 4th just from Homesick Alien on those soft tyres. Bunny comes home in 6th with Rivixter in 7th. Alphanut bringing her home in 8th place. Ahead, wow, his fuel just made it as well. Alphanuts comes home in 8th, and Jokus in 9th. So they line up exactly how they finish for the feature race, and we'll see how that goes. As it loads up, Guesty being on pole, Talleyrand in 2nd, Skyjacker 3rd, and Catula in 4th. And Catula and Jokus can use super softs in this, super softs and mediums, whereas the rest of the field can only use softs and mediums. So that'll be an interesting twist. And Racer Brown's joining for the feature race at the back. He needs the points the way Guesty's scoring them. So we'll look at Guesty on the pole. It's got to be a better shot than that. We'll take that one. And we're waiting for the lights. Guesty's got, Talleyrand's got no skin in this championship really. He's only been taking part in the ones he can. So Guesty may not fight too hard against Talleyrand, and be more thinking about the championship that he's 2nd spot in, and he's scored just a heap of points. Well, I think really that he's standing ahead of Racer Brown at the moment. There's a yellow flag, someone's had an off. Skyjacker 3rd, Bunny 4th, Catula 5th, Rivixter, Racer Brown's gone up the field to 7th, Joker's 8th, iBunting is in 9th, Alphanut 10th. It must have been the Alien. We'll have a look. Especially as it's the Alien, we don't often see that happening. So there, Homesick Alien in 5th, side by side with Cthulhu on the medium tyres. I'll have to check the tyres, and it's just missed his braking point, it looks like, yeah. And they had to wait for his weight to get back on. Oh, it's horrible when it resets you. You try and stay out of everyone's way, and then it resets you on the track in everyone's way. So that's what happened to Homesick Alien. That's why we got the yellow flags. But Homesick Alien starting on those medium tyres. Alphanut also on the medium tyres in 10th. iBunting in 9th. He started on the softs. Jokus has started on the super softs. Racer Brown in 7th. He started on the mediums. He's all over the back of Rivixter, who is also on those mediums. Catula in 5th on the medium tyres. Bunny's in 4th on the medium tyres. Skyjacker in 3rd on the medium tyres. Talleyrand is on the soft tyres, and Guesty also on the soft tyres. So these two will rabbit Green Goblin and the blue V-Dub. Heading away from the pack while Skyjacker tries to defend from his mate Bunny from the sprint race. These two at a ding-dong, as well as Talleyrand. Oh, Skyjacker hanging it out there. Looks like Bunny got a better drive out of that corner. Catula there in 5th, just watching that happening. Racer Brown already up into 6th, ahead of Jokers. Jokers on those super soft tyres, must have made a small mistake to let Racer Brown through. Bunting in 8th place with Alpha Knight 9th, and Homesick Alien's already got past Riviston, must have made a mistake. Was Riviston's down in 11th, we saw he was up in 7th or something. So Homesick Alien catching up Alpha Knight at the tail end of lap 1 at the start of lap 2. Of 21 laps here. Guesty then leading the way from Talleyrand. And they pull away from the rest of the pack on their soft tyres, while Skyjacker has a handful of Bunny, Cthulhu, and now Racer Brown. Oh my. Oh my. What a stress. We're going to get on board with Racer Brown because we reckon that's going to be an awesome view for a lap or two as they come through the chicane, led by Skyjacker in 3rd, Bunny in 4th, Cthulhu there. Cthulhu's going to look to have a move on Bunny, but no, thinks better of it, and then that gives Racer Brown the opportunity, but he ducks in behind as well. It's just not the room sometimes in these corners. You've got to be positive you're going to make it stick, because if you're not, you're both off. Heading down to the next braking opportunity. Everyone staying where they are. Ooh. Racer Brown standing on the anchors to avoid the back of Cthulhu. As they, Racer Brown losing the Golf a little bit, but he's alright. Jokers, he's not quite behind us, but he's lost the pack a little bit there now. Guesty leading from Talleyrand. Guesty hanging it out on the parabolica there, really going right to the outside of the corner, cutting in. He wants those fastest laps, he's racking them up, but it looks like Talleyrand got it with a 46.2. And Talleyrand really closing in on Guesty at the moment. Excuse me. But Guesty maintaining that lead. Skyjacker still ahead of Bunny. Looks like he's pulled away a little bit now, give himself some breathing space. Cthulhu there. And these are all on those medium tyres, apart from the front two. And Racer Brown also on the medium tyres. We saw him drop back a little bit and lost the Golf. And then Jokers catching up somewhat with Racer Brown. Bunting not far behind Jokers on those soft tyres. And Homesick Alien, he has got himself ahead of Alpha Nut, but only just because the Alpha is having a look up the inside of the Alien. And no, he tucks in behind, Alpha Nut does, to have a look at his TikTok liveries on the Alien's car there. I hear that's how he communicates with the mothership, through TikTok. There goes Alpha, trying to make a move on the Alien. He's up to 9th, but the Alien's got the inside line. No, Alpha's through. Sweet. Car 44 ahead of car 77. Hey, Bottas and Hamilton. Leading the way, Guesty. Hello, Virtual Racers Club. Hey, Virtual Racers Club just said hello to me in the chat. And there goes Talleyrand, he's getting a tow. Let's have a look. Staring at the back of the Green Goblin. He's Guesty defending that inside line. Talleyrand going the long way round, trying to put him on the inside for the second part of the chicane, but not quite connecting it. And then sitting a little bit behind the Green Goblin for a little bit more, trying to find another opportunity to make the move. Guesty there, a 1:46.620 his last time around. Talleyrand a 46.228. There's nothing between these two. It could just come down to pit stops or pressure, because Guesty off the road a little bit. It looks like Talleyrand had to lift through the chicane also, giving Guesty a bit of breathing space. Skyjacker now definitely pulling away. Oh no, we've lost Bunny. Bunny down in 8th, don't know why. I don't know how far we have to go. He's ghosted there. Oh dear, it looks like him and Cthulhu had a small coming together. Bunny giving Cthulhu a tow. Cthulhu making the move down the inside, and oh, I don't know, either or there, but Bunny paying the price, getting reset back to the track, having to crack on, and he's got iBunting all over the back of him. Where have I lost them? There they go. So iBunting in 8th, and Bunny there from behind Skyjacker in 4th, coming together with Cthulhu, getting a track reset, and it's put him down in 8th place now, as iBunting has just made a sweet move up the inside of him to rub insult into injury. Crack on, Bunny, you'll do it. You're cracking. Alphanut in 9th, ahead of the Alien still. And Rivixter in 11th, some way behind these guys. He's having a tough one on those medium tyres in that Golf. Guesty still leading from Talleyrand. We're on lap 4 of 21. So, those super softs look like they went quite easily the whole 9 laps of the sprint race. So what can the softs do? When they get to 11 laps, they're laughing. So Guesty leading from Talleyrand, Skyjacker in 3rd on those medium tyres. How late will he want to take those in? Doesn't want to stay on the mediums too long if others are going onto the softs, and the softs last the duration. Cthulhu now in 4th place, with Bunny up into 5th. Where did that, what did the Bunny was, Racer Brown's gone into the pits. iBunting's with him. Who was there then and who has gone? How bizarre, because Bunny, he was down in 8th, he's up into 6th now. We saw Racer Brown pits. Racer Brown's on the mediums, he's getting rid of those quite early. Homesick Alien, we've lost Rivixter altogether, and Racer Brown out on the super softs. Bold move on lap 5. Does he feel he can make that go all the way to the end? Is that enough fuel? We will have to wait and see. Homesick Alien in 9th with his continuating battle with Alphanut. Guesty on the soft tyres with Talleyrand. I imagine they're not even thinking of a pit stop as of yet. The tyres still look fresh, plenty of fuel to go, loads of laps to do. Guesty just soaking up that pressure is unbelievable stuff. Great racing here between Guesty and Talleyrand. Skyjacker in 3rd, with Cthulhu in 4th, iBunting in 5th. Jokers in 6th on those super softs. iBunting's on the softs, remember. Cthulhu still on the mediums, as is Skyjacker. Racer Brown's got rid of the medium tyres. Bunny's still on the medium tyres, in 7th place behind Jokers. Homesick Alien's got himself ahead of Alphanut, but these are continuing on those mediums, and this is a Racer Brown strategy, coming out with the super softs. Hey, Matt Psycho's in the chat also, saying evening all, and Matt Psycho also saying Alpha Gandalf nut, none shall pass. He really is. And Racer Brown saying, forgot how to drive it after driving the Corvette before I came in this. Oh yes, he was tested, he was qualifying, was Racer Brown. So Guesty still leading from Talleyrand, he's getting purples. Talleyrand's on a push, he's been on a push for 6 laps now, and he can't find a way past Guesty or whatsoever. Skyjack has maintained that 3rd place. He had a lot of pressure from Bunny, then Bunny backed off and ended up racing with Cthulhu. Cthulhu and Bunny had a small coming together. Bunny paid off worse by getting a track reset down into 8th place. iBunting was just behind Bunny, and he's made his way through up into 5th place with Racer Brown pitting. Joker's also coming up into 6th. Bunny now in 7th. Homesick Alien, he's got past Alpha Nut. He's in 8th place now. Alpha Nut in 9th. They're all on their medium tyres. No one looks like they're going to pit soon. And Racer Brown on lap 5 pitted. Got rid of his medium tyres and decided he is going to sprint it, even if he has to take an extra pit stop. Meanwhile, Guesty and Talleyrand continuing on. Talleyrand 46.450 last time around, with Guesty doing a 46.8. Times are very, very close. Guesty bringing the Green Goblin across the line for a 46.459. Talleyrand managing a 46.5. There's nothing in it between those two. Skyjacker and Cthulhu's come in. Cthulhu's decided to get rid of those medium tyres. Is that the right choice? Like we said, the Super Softs easily lasting 9 laps in the sprint race with still life left on them. And the guys on mediums, they might go a lap too long on the mediums, on the slower tyre, while others have moved to the faster tyre. And they can get that. Oh, it looks like iBunted struggling through that first chicane there with Jokers on them Super Softs. Still lap 7, and they've still got a lot of life left in them. Bunny now in 6th. He's got Homesick Alien for company. Let's have a look at what Alien can see. He can only see the fast lane, can Homesick Alien, as he's trying to find a way past Bunny, although he might be pushing Bunny along to try and catch up Jokers. We have seen Homesick Alien before use those ahead of him to try and further himself up the pace and the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if Homesick Alien is trying to give Bunny a bump draft so they can both catch up Jokers. Clever boys. Guesty still leading from Talleyrand, lap 7. Guesty's led from the beginning, and in the sprint he is owning the Monzas in these Golfs so far. Skyjacker got a podium in the first sprint race. Looks like he's sitting good, but remember, Joker, who was it? Not Jokers, Cthulhu. Cthulhu's gone and got rid of those. He's come out in 10th behind Racer Brown. He's gone to the Super Softs. And if they last till the end, they can't do, can they? Surely. Maybe it's a 2-stopper. He's got a little bit more fuel than Racer Brown. Racer Brown hasn't. He's done a 1:45.5, 46.4. Alpha Nut's doing 47.8 at the moment. He's not too far behind Homesick Alien, who's looking at the back of Bunny. These medium guys, yeah, I don't know. I can't call this tactic. Oh no! Oh no! Guesty's dropped the ball. Where's Talleyrand? My word, something's gone off here. And let us look. So Talleyrand behind Guesty. And I'm sure something had happened there. It looked like Guesty coming flying through the chicane, with Talleyrand behind him ghosted. So Talleyrand sat on board watching Guesty. It's just a little bit late on the brakes, maybe, possibly. And there you go. Oh, Talleyrand gets a reset. Crazy stuff. Oh, this is not going to help their strategies with the medium clad Skyjacker pulling closer to the both of them. Guesty trying to get on and get on with it after losing. It didn't lose too much time. It wasn't too bad. I think Talleyrand, I heard through the grapevine, had apologised to Guesty, admitted his fault, and asked Guesty to put an incident in. But Guesty said the apology was just enough. No harm, no foul. So there you go. Guesty carrying on in the Green Goblin with Talleyrand chasing him down. Skyjacker looking sharp in the Sharpie, and this has helped him out no end. He's going on the faster tyre, where Talleyrand and Guesty have both got to use the medium tyre, but I guess they'll just rinse those softs until they've got nothing left in them, and minimise the amount of running on the medium tyres they've got to do. So far, those early pit stoppers, we've got Racer Brown. He's still in 9th place, waiting for people to pit, but he's doing a good pace. And Cthulhu also 46.7 for his out lap. So these medium boys might be caught napping in the middle of the field for staying too long with those medium tiers. Jokers, he's coming in to get rid of those super softs, so he feels 8 laps on the super softs, which isn't looking good for Racer Brown, really, is it? Or Catula. Racer Brown opting to go 16 laps on the super softs. Catula made his pit stop on lap 6, so he's looking to do 15 laps on those super soft tyres. Must be 2 stopping. Got to be. Matt Sykes, Psycho, giving Guesty the A-OK sign. Guesty in the lead. Talleyrand in seconds. Oh, Talleyrand's hacking it out there. He's looking a bit disshelved since he's coming together with Guesty. Skyjacker, a 47.7 last time around from Skyjacker. Talleyrand, a 51.7 that cost him with Guesty, and Guesty a 49. So Guesty only lost a few seconds. Wow, Mr. Consistent has Guesty been with 46s all the way. Can he keep that pace up though without Talleyrand pushing him along? Skyjacker in 3rd place. This is playing into his hands, but I am concerned they're staying on the mediums for too long. They know what they're doing. Bunting, he's still on those soft tyres, made his way up into 4th place with Homesick Alien in 5th on the mediums. He's got Bunny behind him also on medium tyres, looking to make a move. Looks like these two have had quite a battle throughout the race. With the Alien, Bunting hanging it out there in the parabolic, with Homesick Alien taking a relatively sharp line around the corner. And now Bunny trying to get a toe off of the Alien. As you can see, as he's catching up the back of the Golf, but he just got to back off. You've either got to do or die, and most of the time it's die, so you don't. And there you go. Homesick Alien in 5th, Bunny in 6th, Alpha Nut in 7th. Racer Brown though catching these guys up on those super softs. Only a quarter of a tank of fuel. No, I can't see. I think these got to do another pit stop. This might not be working their way, these guys. Racer Brown and Catula. Jokers out there on the racing mediums. He's using his mandatory tyre now, and in last place. He's going to hope some of those pit stoppers come back to him. Guesty's still leading from Talleyrand. Skyjacker still catching Talleyrand up. A 47.6 last time around for Skyjacker. Talleyrand a 47.6 also. It still seems like he's got a lot of life on those racing softs, more than Guesty. But we saw from the last round, Guesty doesn't mind driving them while they're worn. It looks like he likes a car that slides into a corner. Bunting on those softs, he's also looking after them rather well. Homesick Alien barely used his mediums. Bunny also hardly used. Racer Brown, oh, he's jumped up past Alpha. Not only Alpha, not only Alpha, but he's only overtaken Alpha. I thought he jumped up a few cars. Guesty has decided that's it for his softs. Talleyrand, he's carrying on. He's got quite a bit of life left on them. Skyjacker also continuing on those racing mediums. He's not letting it shake him up. The Catula and Racer Brown have early pitted. Bunting, he's bringing his softs around for another go. Homesick Alien continuing on, as is Bunny. Racer Brown catching them guys up. Alpha has stayed out, as has, well, Catula has already pitted. So Guesty in the pits, he's just pulling away now. And we saw Jokers pit in earlier to put those mediums on, and we think Guesty is going to get out. So wow, wowzers, 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 wowzers then. What's going to happen here? So Guesty on those medium tyres, he can't put the lap times down like Talleyrand can. Talleyrand, he's going to be opening up that Golf now, trying to bash in those fast laps to try and get out ahead of Guesty. Skyjacker also in the mix, but he'll be coming out on faster tyres. And this is looking very spicy for the end. Bunting also, he's not out of sight of this. He's very close in the mix. I'm fancying, oh, I don't know what's going to be better. Racer Brown is now fighting Bunny on those super softs. How long we saw Jokers make those super softs last about 8 laps, but we know Skyjacker Racer Brown can look after a set of tyres, so maybe he can make them last the 16 laps he needs to. But it sounds like a big feat. Oh, Bunny's out wide in the background. His mediums still look quite crisp, and Homesick Alien there. Talarandi's continued on for another lap. Skyjacker also, well, Skyjacker's coming in, but I think that's more based on fuel than tyre. And there is iBunting as well, coming in because of fuel. So that confirms Racer Brown has got a pit again, because a whole tank only lasting 11 laps, 12 laps. And now Talleyrand, as he stayed out there, Homesick Alien in second, Racer Brown up into third with that early pit stop. Catula also moving up into fourth place. Guesty there in fifth. We're waiting for Skyjacker to come out the pits. He's topping up with fuel. He'll put his soft tyres on. And Guesty's already past the end of the pit lane, so Skyjacker there behind Guesty. And where will Talleyrand wash out then? iBunting in 7th place, with Bunny coming out in 8th ahead of Jokers, and Alphana also leaving the pits around about where Jokers is, and they will have to battle it out. There is Talleyrand continuing on, barely any fuel in the car. Racer Brown is now up into second. He's made a move on the Alien, but his fuel is also wasting, as is the Aliens also. But Racer Brown, he's going to be there with, well, Talleyrand's got he's a country mile ahead of those guys, but Racer Brown has pulled himself up with Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien was fighting with Bunny, who's down in 8th, so when they pit, they should be around about where Bunny is. So Talleyrand, we're going to see drop into the pits. Racer Brown also, I think, will drop into the pits. Alien will drop into the pits. Gatula may continue for a lap or two with those crisp super softs on. And Guesty there. Whoof. Where will Talleyrand come out, people? This is tense. Racer Brown continuing. Well, no, I keep saying he's going to continue on. I bet he wishes he put a bit more fuel in it, because those tyres still look like they could go for a little while. But he's nipped in to get replenished. And there goes Catula. I said he'd continue. His tyres still look fresh. So Catula takes the lead. And Guesty up into second place. Tallerandi's coming out the pits. Talleyrand's on his way out the pits. He's ahead. He's ahead. Is he ahead? Is he? I don't know. Guesty's in second. Talleyrand, no. Guesty's managed to do it. Unbelievable on the medium tyres. Guesty managing to get the lap times in that's needed to stay ahead of the very fast Talleyrand. Talleyrand staying out there longer on the softer tyres to try and grab the lead, but Catula is still leading, but he's going to have to come into the pits. Meanwhile, Skyjacker in 4th, iBunting in 5th. Bunny got ahead of Racer Brown and Homesick Alien with that earlier pit stop. Bunny onto the soft tyres, and he's managed to jump. Racer Brown, who's back onto the super soft tyres, and Homesick Alien's gone for the soft tyre. Alphana in on the soft tyre, and Jokers on the mediums. It's going to be a struggle for Jokers being at the back on medium tyres. Catula then will be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Guesty will retake the lead, and Talleyrand will do all he can to try and catch them up. But Skyjacker, remember, on the soft tyre, and he's got the sights set on both those medium-clad Golfs ahead of him. Can this be Skyjacker's day? Every dog has a day, they say. And today is Skyjacker's day, is that dog. I'll take a sip of my drink. Lap 13 of 21. Catula dropping into the pits. Guesty then retaking the lead that he held for so long before the pit stops. And Guesty back on top. Talleyrand in second place. Skyjacker moving up into 3rd. Catula wants to come around the Alien. Racer Brown, that's who he was racing with. And there goes Bunny. Racer Brown also on those super soft tyres. Moving up into 6th place. There's Homesick Alien. Catula's come out just ahead of the Alien. so he's lost a bit of time. So Racer Brown making a move on Bunny into the chicane, and he makes it stick on those super soft tyres, and Bunny down into 6th place. There's nothing he can do. He's got no traction. You saw his car wobbling as he was trying to get the accelerator down as he was leaving the chicane, and there was just nothing there, no purchase. Guesty then leading from Talleyrand. Skyjacker in 3rd on the faster tyre. He did a 45.828 his last time around. Guesty a 46.4. Talleyrand, well, that was an outlap, so it's hard to count. But Skyjacker is definitely in a better position. Bunting on those medium tyres. He might be under threat from the super soft clad Racer Brown. Also Bunny on those softs. Cthulhu's on some super softs. And Homesick Alien's on some softs. So, did someone just have a big off? I think Alphanaut hanging it right out there on his softs. He's trying to get fastest lap. He got a 46.5 his last time around. And Joker's on those medium tyres. He can just watch the guys disappear, but it might come back to him if their tyres start going off by the end of the race. But Guesty there, he's pulled away. I think he's pulled a little bit of time out on Talleyrand. He's had time to get used to those mediums, remember. He's been on them for a couple of laps now, got them nicely warmed up. Talleyrand only just going on them. He's got to get used to him. He did a 46.9 his last time around. Guesty 46.8, nothing in it. Skyjacker meanwhile a 45.9, nearly a second faster, and Skyjacker is the man on the move in the Sharpie sponsored Golf. Racer Brown then, he's making the move on Bunting. Bunting is going to be a sitting duck for the rest of this race, I'm afraid, on those medium tyres. Did an amazing job to get track position in the first part of the race, but now on those medium tyres, a little bit like Guesty and Talleyrand. With Skyjacker, he's got a bunch of people on faster tyres chasing him down. But it might come back to him by the end of the race if they burn their tyres out. Racer Brown's got the fastest lap of the race of a 45.3. And there you see Bunny also getting past Mr. Bunting there. Those medium tyres hurting bad. 7th place for Cthulhu. He's quite a way ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien managing his fastest lap the last time around, a 46.868. And Alphanaut a 48.86, but we saw he had a small off, and Joker's there in 10th. But this is the one. Guesty. Is Talleyrand going to be able to defend from Skyjacker, which helps Guesty out? Or does Talleyrand let Skyjacker through and try and tow past Guesty? Ooh, this is going to be one climatic finish here from the top 3. Guesty crossing the line with a 46.8. Talleyrand managing also a 46.8. Skyjacker has managed a 46.4, so not a second faster, but still faster, and closing in on those guys. Racer Brown a 45.6, so he's going nearly a second faster than the guys ahead of him. He'll be catching them up with only 5 laps to go. Bunny also a 46.0 on those soft tyres. Bunting can only manage a 47.8 on his mediums, with Cthulhu closing in with a 45.9, an absolute blistering pace from the Spaniard there. 8th place there for Homesick Alien. Jokers has gone back in. He's had enough of the mediums. He wants to have a go for a fastest lap, possibly. He's put the super softs on as he can, as he used the softs in the first round. Oh no! Guesty hanging the tyres right out there. He was enjoying it in the league too much. He wanted Talleyrand to catch him up, and it looked like he just hung the back wheels onto the sand, and that has given Talleyrand the opportunity to close up on Guesty. That's not what you want to do when you've got a Skyjacker on faster tyres and closing in on the pair of you. Talleyrand then trying to grab a toe from Guesty to take the win of this round 4 at Monza for the VGTS and the Virtual Racers Club. Racer Brown, he's still smashing out those 45s. It doesn't look like he's going to get close enough to the front three, but he's pulling away from Bunny. Bunting is being caught up by Catula. Catula a 45.9 last time around. Bunting crossing the line doing a 47.3 this time. Catula doing a 46.0. It's going to be tight. And the battle there, I have to keep coming up to look at the front with Guesty, Talleyrand and Skyjacker almost all in the same screen as each other. We've had nearly 30 minutes of racing here. Guesty's led a majority of the way. And one small mistake we saw just the end of has let Talleyrand close right back up to the back of the Green Goblin. While Skyjacker on the faster tyres has to get his head down, get some qualifying laps in to try and catch those guys up ahead of him. Racer Brown exactly what he's doing. 45s all the way, which is better than Skyjacker's 46s. Talleyrand getting ever closer to Guesty. Guesty's heart absolutely beating straight out of the middle of his chest at the moment, with only 4 laps to go. And he can try and grab a double win, and his 3rd win on the trot. And what a run. All heading into the final round, the showdown between Guesty and Racer Brown. But Talleyrand wants that win. He can only take part in a couple of these racers, so I'm sure he would like a nice gold medal for the effort. Skyjacker in 3rd. He's done a 46.8 that last time around. Talleyrand did a 46.8 also. And Guesty doing a 46.7. So Talleyrand, Skyjacker, he needs to get a little faster. He needs to get in those low 46s. Like Racer Brown. Racer Brown's going to be, he's still quite away from those guys ahead of him. Bunny in 5th. He's doing 45s as well. Catula in that 6th spot. He's done a 47 that last time around. He's trying to catch. Oh, Bunting has dropped behind him. I apologise. So Bunting dropping behind Catula now on those medium tyres. He's got a Homesick Alien 46.6 last time around from him. He's on a push. So Bunting, unfortunate on those medium tyres in this second half of the race. Jocus has gone super softs. He's on a run. Guesty leading from Talleyrand's. Skyjacker, he should be closing in, but those tyres are starting to look quite red at the front. And he's running out of laps as we're heading up to the final corner of lap 18. And then we've only got 3 laps to go. I think I might have said the wrong amount of laps last lap. Can Guesty win this race? It's going to be tight. It's going to be tough. His tyres are a lot older than Talleyrand's. He pitted a couple of laps before him. He made a small mistake, letting Talleyrand close up near the back. He's just got to keep it all together. Keep his head on straight. Try and drive a nice, steady race. We're on lap 19 of 21. We're leading the race. We won the sprint race. We know we're faster than those guys around us. We've just got to follow the rules, brake when we should brake, and do everything right. No heroics this late in the race. Know that our tyres are slightly worn. Keep a cool head, not make any rash moves, and the win could be ours. Talleyrand pushing with all his might. He can smell a win in the air if he can get close enough. Skyjacker, as he cooked his tyres, he did a 46.4 his last time around. Talleyrand did a 46.9, so Skyjacker's still faster than those guys. There's still opportunity for Skyjacker to take the win. We can see Racer Brown in the picture now. I kept saying, oh, he's not getting any closer, but he most certainly is. Doing his 45s on the push that he's on. He is definitely getting closer. This could be one big battle for first place here if they all catch up at the same time. But on lap 20, Guesty is leading from Talleyrand in second place. Talleyrand getting ever closer to the back of Guesty as they come out of the first chicane. Skyjacker in third spot at 47.0 last time for him. At 46.5, I think Skyjacker might have cooked his tyres now because he's slower than the two leaders. And Racer Brown still doing those 45s, catching up Skyjacker. Bunny in 5th, Catula 6th. Homescalian has got himself ahead of iBunting up into 7th. iBunting in 8th, Alphanut in 9th. And Jokus doing his fastest lap at 46.654 in 10th. But it's the battle for the leads as we head around on the penultimate lap. On board with Talleyrand sat in second spot. Just concentrating on the back of that green car. Waiting to see it wobble on the curves, make a small mistake, anything to help close up the gap between the two. Trying to grab that toe. Close in on the Gulf ahead to make the move on the fight. He's going to have to do it on the final lap if it's there to be had. The fuel started flashing on Talleyrand's car. His tyres a lot fresher than Guesty's. We've grabbed a toe. We're starting at lap 21. Could it be this heartbreaking that Talleyrand takes it after Guesty leading all the way? Guesty staying defensive on that inside curb. He's made his line awkward for himself, but he's got through and he's still ahead of Talleyrand on the final lap. Skyjacker, he's dropped off now, 46.9. Racer Brown's not going to get close enough to Skyjacker to make a difference. Bunny is ahead of Catula, with Homesick Alien ahead of iBunting, who's ahead of Alphanut, who's ahead of Jokus. But it's this battle here. This is the one, and there is Guesty. It looked like Talleyrand having a look into the second chicane. Anything goes on the last lap. Guesty just staying ahead. His fuel's flashing, his heart's beating. Talleyrand on the fresher tyres. He's got no beef in this championship, whereas Racer Brown down there in 4th and Guesty are in an absolute tight title battle. Guesty staying calm, staying cool, staying ahead. There is Skyjacker at 46.9 last time around from him, but he's just too far back to make a difference here as we're heading up to the final corner. As Talleyrand got one last move in him into the Parabolica, he's going out wide. He's going to try and go around the outside, hope his tyres are fresher. They're side by side. Talleyrand's edged ahead, but it's a shorter line for Guesty. But no, Talleyrand's there. They've had a bit of a coming together, and it looks like Talleyrand is going to take the win. So Talleyrand takes the win from Guesty, just about. Heartbreak. Skyjacker, take a boo, my son, for 3rd spot. Racer Brown in 4th. Bunny bringing it home for 5th place. Catula in 6th place. Homesick Alien finishing in 7th. Ahead of iBunting in 8th. Alphanut in 9th. And Jokas finishing in 10th spot. Wow. Wowzers. Oh, wowzers. Who saw that coming? I thought Guesty had it. I thought he had it. Man. Woof. Oof. My words. My word. So, Talleyrand takes the win. Hard fought all the way with Guesty. Cracking stuff. He got, obviously he can only do every other round, but at Nürburgring he got 2nd and 3rd, did Talleyrand, so And now he's had a second and a first. Imagine if he did all 5 rounds. That would have been crazy. There is Guesty. He led for most of the race, but just in the final corner, Talleyrand went for that outside line. He took a gamble on his tyres being grippier than Guesty's, and it turned out they were. Skyjacker there finishing in 3rd position, as he did in the first round, I believe. So a double podium for Skyjacker. I don't think he's too far out of that championship. It'll be interesting. 4th place for your title leader. He didn't take part in the sprint race either. So a Racer Brown, I don't know where that will put him in the table. It might put Guesty as our championship leader going into round 5. The last round live on Thursday evening. Don't miss out. So Racer Brown in 4th place. Bunny finishing in 6th. No, that's not Bunny. 5th, sorry. Is there a better view? Bunny in 5th. With Catula finishing in 6th. Homesick Alien in 7th. iBunting. Oh God. iBunting in 8th. Poor iBunting. He had a good first half of a race, but those medium tyres really just left him defenceless in the second half. Alphanut in 9th spot. Had a cracking battle with Homesick Alien earlier on. And Jokas in 10th. Oh yeah, that's a nice shot of Jokas's car, actually. There, Jokas. Beautiful. So that was round 4. Join us live Thursday evening, tonight, for round 5 and the finale of the championship. And I think heading into it, I can tell you, give me 1 second. Oh, I'm looking. We should look at the winner. But before the drop scores, before we go into tonight's round, Guesty is leading on 114 points, with Racer Brown in 2nd on 105 points, Skyjacker 3rd on 101 points, Homesick Alien 4th on 95 points, iBunting is 5th on 78 points, Diagore in 6th on 73 points, Bunny is 7th on 72 points, Talleyrand 8th on 61 points, Rivixter 9th on 56 points, Alphanut is 10th on 55 points, Catula is 11th on 49 points, Joker's 12th on 33 points, Rido is 13th on 29 points, IR Graham 14th on 24 points, and Mika G 15th on 10 points. So it's everything to fight for up and down the championship. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to clear my throat a bit until we go live in a couple of hours for round 5 of the VGTS. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Hugh Jardon. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.